Welcome to Homeschooling and Life Unfiltered with Court and Jess, where real talk meets real life. Court and Jess are two friends, fellow moms, and business partners who live in different time zones and juggle homeschooling alongside motherhood and entrepreneurship. Jess is a mom of 8 and Court is a mom of 7, and together they're raising 15 kids and navigating the wild, wonderful world of homeschooling, each in completely different ways. Every week, we invite you to pull up a chair for honest conversations, practical tips, and uplifting encouragement. You'll hear from moms across the country who are homeschooling in a way that works best for their families. Whether you're a veteran homeschool mom just getting started or somewhere in between, this is your space to feel seen, supported, and inspired. Because no matter how different our paths may look, we are all in this together.
Hello, and welcome to Homeschooling and Life Unfiltered with Court and Jess. I'm Jess.
I forgot to turn my phone off. I apologize. Did you hear that?
I did not even hear it. Hey, This is your life. This is unfiltered.
Yeah. Hi. Okay, we're going to talk about books today, right? Courtney's favorite topic of all time. Guess how many books I've read this year, Jessica? I just tallied it up last night.
102.
Oh, I have 103 so far.
Oh, I was so close.
Yeah, it was really close. And a really high number. I can't believe you guessed that high. That's not normal.
And specifically, we're talking about holiday books and Christmas books today. So we're going to let Courtney start.
Super important piece of information right there. Okay. So I, first of all, love books. Shocker. In case you haven't been able to tell that yet, I love books. And so I love having children's books, like picture books, right? So that's a big part of our thing. And so I did not pull all my picture books off the shelf, but I have a little picture, and then I'll put it in the, like if you're watching YouTube, there is a picture of I have these open face bookshelves, and I have two that they line a wall. So I have two sets of those that have all my holiday books. And so there's our picture books. And so as part of family school during the holidays or before bed, I just have the kids, everybody go pick their favorite book, and we just kind of read our way through them. When they were little, I used to like wrap them up, and we'd open one and read one every day. And now there's too many to do one a day. And so we do that, right? Okay. So there's our picture books. So it's just favorites. And I actually add to them I added quite a few last year, like 3 or 4 new ones. There's some that like the kids have kind of outgrown because they're like littler ones that you'll see on the shelf that we don't really read, but I'm kind of saving for like grandbabies now, right? Like just to have, so anyways, we always do some kind of chapter-ish read aloud, right? And it kind of rotates. So this is what I think I mentioned this when we were talking the other day, or we were talking about traditions. I can't remember, but I feel like I've talked about this before. But these are the ones that are the Advent countdown. So there's like a section to read every day. It's from Biblical Focus. And so there's a bunch of them, right? There's like 5 of them, I think. And they're all obviously about the same thing, but from a different person's perspective. And as I was pulling these off the shelf, I realized that we haven't read this one. So maybe this is what we're going to do for our read aloud, because I haven't picked our chapter read aloud this year. I don't like to do them every year in a row because they're so similar. The kids get a little, I don't know if bored's the right word, but they're just like, they want something a little more fun. So we have like last year, this was our book we read. Oh, here, a fun fact about me. I hate book jackets. Hate them. So anytime I get a hardback book, I take off the book jacket. So this is what my book looks like on my shelf. But this was so fun. This was a new one. I think it actually just came out last year, and it's Charles Dickens, A Christmas Carol, but it's like adapted by, I can't turn the pages, they're stuck together. Envisioned and illustrated by Joe Sutphin, but it has these beautiful, like old-fashioned pictures. Aren't they pretty?
Oh, so, yeah, they're like drawings.
Yeah, they're drawings, and they're all, so it's all from like, they're all animals, right? That's who the Christmas Carol like characters are. So we read this one last year. It was actually awesome, and it came late because I think it was brand new, and so that it was like back ordered. And so I actually have it on my Kindle, and I screen shared it to the TV and read it from the Kindle until we got the actual book. I kind of think we got the book after we were done reading it, to be honest. I'm not sure I've even opened this, but it's so pretty. One year we read The Christmas Pig by J.K. Rowling. Have you ever read that?
It's the Christmas. No, we have not.
So it's J.K. Rowling, like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And so it's a fantasy book. And so I'm not a huge fantasy fan. I'm kind of like, it's my least favorite genre of books. The kids enjoyed it, but as I was reading it, I was like, what is happening? Like, the kids liked it. It was different. It was definitely different than any Christmas book you've ever read. Like, I'm not sure I've ever heard of a Christmas fantasy book, right? This is probably one of my favorite stories, and we haven't read it in a while, and maybe we should reread it. But it's called, so this is a Christmas, it's like a compilation book, Stories of Christmas from A Well-Educated Heart. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, or like the Libraries of Hope.
Yeah.
And so this is their Christmas book, but the book is The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus by Amelia C. Houghton. If you have not read that, it is fantastic. Like, so good. Like, my whole family read it, even my kids that were in college. Like, we read it together. It was our book club book one year.
Amazing. What's it called?
The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus. I know you can get it like as an actual book. Like, you don't have to get it in this, but this is actually free. We can even link it. The Well-Educated Heart has all of their books online.
That's fantastic.
But the Life and Adventures, it's such a wonderful, sweet story of like kind of like where Santa Claus came. I don't know. It's so heartwarming and wonderful. I love it. So every year we pick something. Like we read the best/worst Christmas pageant ever one year. You know, like those. Like it's just we always pick some kind of novel.
So with giving special caution to our little listeners that might be listening in the background, going back to your book, The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus, would you say that's appropriate for our youngest believers?
Yeah, it tells like Santa's backstory.
Oh, love it. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, like all about like the actual history behind like where the myth and logic and like all this stuff came from. It's so good. I read it. My kids were little when we read it the first time.
Awesome.
So yeah, totally, 100%. And then, okay, so this is not for the kids. I love to read seasonally. So like I went to the library last week. I had to pick up a book for work, something. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to meander around and look for some Christmas books. And look, I came up with all of these for me.
Oh my goodness.
Christmas reading stash. So if you are in a reading slump as a mom, reading seasonally is such a fun way to do it. It brings a little Christmas spirit. It makes me like, I just love it. So this one, I just read it last night. Okay. It was The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. So if you like mysteries, I know you don't like fiction, Jessica. My goal in life is to get you to read some fiction, some fun fiction. This is total like candy fluff. Like all of these books are just like fun. You know, Debbie McCumber like writes a new Christmas book every year. Like she has they're just all fun Christmas books. But this one was so fun. I have never read a Christmas mystery before.
No, I've heard that.
Mystery. Yeah, it was such a fun book. It's actually my book club book for I have like a church book club book, and that is the book we're doing. And I have read other things by that author, but I never read that one. So I started early, right? That's actually my first Christmas read this year. So I started mid-November, and it's just fun. It's a great way to get in the holiday spirit. And I don't know, it just brings me joy.
I love it. I think it's so good. I think because I think that we don't stop often enough to think about like taking care of ourselves and getting ourselves in the Christmas spirit. So I just think it's so great.
So I love it. I always encourage everybody. So like even like I hate Halloween. I will own it. Like I really dislike Halloween. Like it's my least favorite holiday of all time. But I always read some like mystery Halloweeny, like some kind of witchy something. I don't know, like just to like help me be in the little holiday spirit. Poor Thanksgiving gets a shaft. But actually, you know what? We actually just read a really good Thanksgiving-ish book. Like it's about the Pilgrims. I've never read it. It's a historical fiction. Ora Smith is the author. She actually came to one of our events. She's a local author to Arizona. And we just read, it's called Trading Thomas. So if you need a Thanksgiving read, I have to look and make sure that's the exact title.
Think about Thanksgiving books. Trading Thomas.
Yeah, I actually have a whole shelf of picture books too that I did not take a picture of, but it's called Trading Thomas by Ora Smith, O-R-A Smith. And it was all about, I've never read historical fiction from that time period, about when the Pilgrims were immigrating and like settling Jamestown. And this little boy gets traded to the natives to learn the language to help them like communicate. And like he's friends with Pocahontas when she's 10. So I mean, it's such a fun, it's a trilogy. I think there's 3 of them. So we read that as a family. We just finished it like 2 days ago. It was a book club book.
That is awesome.
But we actually, because Grady was like, we never read Thanksgiving. He's like, he goes, does this count as a Thanksgiving book? And I was like, it totally counts as a Thanksgiving book. Really not, but loosely.
Yes.
So there's my Christmas traditions around books. Like I love books. I love incorporating any little bit of holiday joy. And that's one of the ways we spread it.
I love it. So this is one way that we're really different.
I know.
I love books too. I mean, I'm sitting in a room full of bookshelves right now with hundreds of books, and I was trying to think about this and it just came to my mind when we were talking. So we only do a few Christmas books, but we do a ton, like I have a ton of Thanksgiving books that I love. And you know what it is that they are historical fiction.
Mm-hmm.
or nonfiction. There's not really any historical fiction that we can read through Christmas. So I think that's where like that piece comes out of me of not loving just straight fiction. My husband does all the fiction with the kids, but this is it. Yes.
This is it. You got to read The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus or any of these.
Down.
Both of these.
Well,
right?
I'm going to look at both of them actually.
Yeah.
You recommended the other set to me before. And so I want to look at that. The
one.
Mm-hmm, yep.
I should just mail this to you because like I've already read it. I'm done with it. I should just mail it to you.
Well, you're going to be here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, but you would miss it because you actually need. So the Advent books start 4 Sundays before Christmas. Like, because it's technically like one chapter you read every single day. And I will fully own, we don't really do read-alouds on the weekends. Like, I just don't, or Friday. Like, it just, there's always, I've never been able to actually follow the actual Advent exactly. So I tend to start it like the middle of November, and it gives me the grace to like finish up whenever.
So here's what we do. So we have, and I kind of already talked about this in our other episode, but I'll just briefly touch on it. We have our Advent calendar is a book of books. So we read a different book every day through the whole of December, but they're tiny. I mean, they're a piece of a story, right? They're a piece of the biblical Christmas story. So it's not like we're reading a huge novel or anything like that, but there's pictures and stuff, and it's really cute. And then you hang it as an ornament on the tree. And then last year, actually, for the very first time, we read the Polar Express. I never liked it. I don't know why, but I reread it. We watched the movie and I really liked it. So it was good. And then I have like a couple board books for the baby, right? That we read. Like, I think we have like the Elf Dance or something like that. And those are just like, I got rid of all my baby books because I thought we were done having babies. And then now we have this amazing sweet baby with 10-year gap. And so now I'm starting that collection again. But my favorite book is this one. And usually, so I kind of panicked because I couldn't find it, because usually it gets packed away with the Christmas stuff. And it actually didn't get packed away with Christmas stuff. It was still on my bookshelf. So I found it, but it's The Night Before Christmas. So I don't know if you've ever seen this one. Clement, Clark Moore. And so it's like this beautiful pop-up book.
Oh, that's so fun. I've never seen that before.
We've got a couple different like really great pop-up books. I have a mild obsession with really quality pop-up books. Not talking about like your flimsy little, books, but like really quality.
So cool.
So yeah, this is like my favorite one, and for Christmas time, and it's just super cute. Like, here's a really cute one.
I don't think I've actually ever seen like a really nice pop-up book before.
Oh, we have a bunch. Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, I love them. I think they're so much fun, and we read them together, because if you just leave them out, well, normally I don't just leave it out on the shelf, but I'm lucky that it did not get destroyed, but it was up on the very top shelf in the back corner. So I must have at least been thinking a little bit when I put it out there. But yeah, and then we read through the Christmas story in scriptures too. And so that's really all that we do for Christmas books. And I love it though, because there's not a right or wrong. If your family is reading an elaborate Christmas story every day of, the 6 weeks prior to Christmas, or if you guys don't read any books over Christmas, it's everything in between. It's all okay. And it's just, we're all just very different. And, but I love this because you get to get ideas from each other too. So like, I'm excited to read those Advent books. I wanted to read them last year when you suggested them to me. So I need to get one and read that. But yeah, that's what our family does. So, and I've actually I don't think I've ever read a Christmas book for myself ever, as a mom. So I think I might challenge myself to do that this season, because that actually sounds like such a good idea.
So I'm reading, I didn't grab it because it's my treadmill book. You guys, I have a treadmill book. It's like I'm allowed to read it when I'm on the treadmill, and it's really good. I don't like exercise very much. So but it's historical fiction. I think you might like it. And it is, it's called, I have to look it up. Sorry. Fiddlesticks. I bought it last year. It was my Jaboka Flood book. I know I'm saying that wrong. Book last year that I got. And I think it's called The Last Christmas in Paris. Hold on. I apparently haven't put it that I'm reading it on my Goodreads. In Paris. But it's written in letters because it's during war. And so they're writing back and forth. It's like pen pals. I will look it up. It's sitting on my treadmill, but I will put it on the thing and I'll tell you, I'll take a picture of it.
Perfect. And then we'll list it in the show notes or underneath the video.
Yeah. We'll put the show notes of the books of what we just talked about, or what I just talked about, because I have issues. I love it. It's so fun.
I think it's great to embrace the holiday spirit in all different facets, food, all the activities, traditions, everything. So I think it's awesome. And we are going to try to do an activity advent calendar this year. You inspired me from our last show. So we're going to try to have a very magical, even more magical Christmas this year.
I know. I'm having to revamp mine with the travel. I'm traveling in December. So now I have to try to figure out my advent because Jessica, you just ruined my Christmas advent. I'm just saying.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
But I get to travel to snow.
I know. That's so fun.
It will be.
Well, hopefully we'll have snow.
Sometimes hope for no snow. I don't really want to drive in the snow, so I'm okay with no snow.
I think the road's pretty safe.
I'm teasing. I did just fine. I have driven in my first, snowstorm was it last year when I went to Idaho? I drove through a blizzard. Fun times. But all right, you guys, this is a nice short one for the holidays, right? We would love to see your favorite books. Tell us. I do. I for sure want to know because I'm going to add them to my collection. And Jessica might just read them and be like, oh, that's nice for you.
Well, and let us know all the different books. What are you reading to your toddlers? What are you reading with your big kids, your, first, second graders? And then what are you reading as a mom? I'd also love to know if anybody out there is are reading books as a couple. I think that's just a fascinating idea. And we've done some nonfiction books as a couple, but
we have two.
I think it'd be really fun to hear if there's any that are particularly good or maybe just good for husbands. So let us know all the things.
We've done books together, on road trips and stuff like that. Where we've listened to audio books, nonfiction books.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever read a fiction book with Jeremy though.
I definitely have not.
We don't have the same genre of liking. He likes that fantasy, whatever books that I am not my jam. Fantasy. What's the other word for those? Fantasies and sci-fi.
Sci-fi?
Yeah. They're just not my favorite.
Wes reads a lot of nonfiction history and thrillers, which are fiction, but political thrillers. And that's just not my.
Yeah, not your cup of tea.
Not my cup of tea at all. But I love that he reads, so I'm not complaining.
Right? Exactly. I know Jeremy's reading a Brandon Sanderson series right now. And I read one Brandon Sanderson book. He's very much fantasy, sci-fi. I'm good. I read one and I'm like, I did it. I checked that box. So that was the extent of it.
We read one sci-fi book in our whole entire curriculum for high school, and that's painful. And that's all we do.
Is it Ender's Game?
No, it's I think it's a Star Wars book.
Star Wars book?
I'll have to find it.
That's Ender's Game is my husband's favorite all-time book, and I hate it. I don't like it. There's very few books that I really dislike, and that book was just ugh. I read it, but I did not like it, and I will never read it again. He read it with our high school book club group, though, with the kids, and the kids always loved it. They're like, that was the best book. Not my jam at all. But it's always on people's high school reading list, so that's why I guessed.
No, it's not that one. I can't think of it. I'll have to look it up and find it. But we have two options. We have an alternative book that sometimes we read the alternative book instead of that book. But yeah, I'm just not a sci-fi fan. But anyways, I loved hearing about all your Christmas books, and I'm just set my goal for myself. I'm gonna read one Christmas book or listen to one Christmas book for myself. So
I have one more.
Yes.
I'm reading The Christmas Ring. Actually, I'm listening to it. They actually just are making it into a movie, and that's where even I first saw it. I had never heard of it, but it's on Hoopla as an audio. So it's my audio. It's Karen Kingsbury or something. I can't remember her name, but The Christmas Ring, and it's about Karen Kingsbury. He during World War II, in D-Day, he's gets dropped in the military, whatever, and he's like abandoned. He's with a group of people. They're all hurt. And he like was moving his pack and he digs his hand in and he finds this ring and they call it the Christmas ring. And it's been in his family, like, and now it's like a couple generations in that his like great granddaughter or something has it. So it's all about this ring and she loses it. And so it's all about,
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
it's so good, but it's pretty good. It's a good little listen so far.
It's following multiple periods or just one?
It starts back in like World War II, like the first chapter or whatever. And then it's like his hope of like how he gets through that he's going to have this ring to be able to give to somebody. He's going to find a family, and you know what I mean? And like, and then it fast forwards a couple generations to like his great granddaughter or something. I can't remember, but it's pretty good.
You're listening to that on Hoopla?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll have to look it up.
So anyway, and they're making it into a movie. Like,
nice.
Great. What is it? Whatever GCA is. I think they're the ones making it into a movie.
Yeah.
Great Christian. I don't know what it stands for. That's just the channel GCA or something like that. I don't watch very much TV. I just saw a commercial.
Oh, wouldn't that be a life though? And be able to have time for that.
Oh, maybe I actually saw it I bet I saw it on Facebook. I think it was a commercial I saw on Facebook. Because I was like, when would I have seen a commercial on TV? I probably saw it on Facebook.
Yeah. The ads find you everywhere on.
For real. Now we're going to get all kinds of things because our phones are listening to us talk. All right. I can't wait to hear everybody's Christmas things. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, follow, like, subscribe, all those things. Share with your friends. We're excited to have you along the ride.
Yes. Thank you so much. We'll see everybody. Talk to everybody soon.